fitness, because you know my boy Mayor of Fitness is out here with us today in San Francisco. So if any questions about any of those topics, just throw them down. If not, we're going to keep the conversation going for you guys. So let's start off with introducing ourselves, right? My name is Nilton Serva. I'm a young entrepreneur. You know, I started ServaMedia. That's our logo. We focus on providing the content and actually doing the marketing for companies. So we just wanted to, you know, talk a little bit about that, what I do and what he does. So I'll let him introduce himself.
What's going on, guys? My name is Riveira, personal trainer and consultant here in San Francisco. I've been developing my brand called the Mayor of Fitness for about a year now. I consider myself a young entrepreneur, a digital entrepreneur, considering that I am now an online trainer and I'm turning my personal training business 100% online. So that's where the fitness and tech talk is going to come in. And if you have any like personal training questions, fitness questions, digital fitness questions too as well. Another thing that I do, guys, is I am also a blogger. So I write fitness blogs, fashion blogs, and I'm probably going to talk a little bit about that too and how I make a living off of that. I'm born and raised in Antioch, and now I live in San Francisco, California, where I'm probably going to live for the rest of my life.
So I know business, that was like something you already did a long time, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like more of the fitness side, because everyone has their business journey, started young and start it's like kind of something that you get and you just develop as you go. My question is more like, how did you get into fitness?
How did I get into fitness? That's a good question. I grew up playing sports. I've always kind of considered myself athletic in a way, but there was one breaking point where I was in junior college and I started lifting weights, and I fell in love with the way weightlifting felt. Ever since then, I went along with it. I ended up competing in bodybuilding competitions, and then I even played college rugby, and then so I've just kind of been my athlete my whole life.
Since you were younger, yeah.
Since I was younger.
See, that's the difference, because for me, I got into fitness some of you may not know this, but I was locked up about a year ago. That's probably the only time I really kind of focused in fitness. It's I was actually had time to, we sitting down, working out, all that stuff. I wasn't like Mario, where he had time to do it in school, because I wasn't really in school, but I didn't play sports. My health's been up and down. The entrepreneur lifestyle, you always eating junk food, you always, I don't know about you, but that's me. You up late, you don't get sleep, my fitness, it's been off lately, but before that, I've been trying to keep myself, healthy and do the right, eat the right way and stuff like that. It's really difficult. I know maybe you have some suggestions. For me, if someone that doesn't has that problem, what would you say, someone like me?
Absolutely, that's a great point you made. A lot of us entrepreneurs don't have the time. We don't have the time to eat. It's so we don't have the time to eat the right things, or we don't even have the money to eat the right things, because the cheap stuff is the bad stuff, right? But then at the same time, it takes time to meal prep. We're out hustling. We're trying to make these moves online. We're trying to make all this, and it's hard on the body. So what I do personally is I like to meal prep at least my lunches. Okay, so then I have my lunch meal prepped. I already have that ready. If I'm hungry or need a snack, I need to find some place that I'm going to be around constantly that's going to be healthy. So I know I'm going to be on 4th and Market, every Wednesday. I'm going to find my spot that I could go to every Wednesday on 4th and Market, somewhere around there, that I can find a cheap and affordable and healthy meal. And that's kind of how I do it. I try to keep things under $5 at a time. It's tough. That's tough. Especially in the city living.
One egg or something.
That's it's like one egg.
Then you come to the thing where it's you have to plan it out, and sometimes not to say, but some people are really so busy and trying to plan out stuff. I gotta call these businesses. I gotta send out these emails. Sometimes it's even having time to plan something out like that, it gets a little difficult. But you can argue and say if you really want to live a good lifestyle, healthy lifestyle, then you make that effort. Because that's just the same thing in business. If you really want to be a successful entrepreneur, you're gonna make time to send out those 1,000 emails and all that stuff. So for me, it's I'm trying to get back into it. I just finished up my spring semester at LMC.
Nice.
I'll be going to Berkeley for CS, and I plan to do like kind of like what we were talking about, setting myself a little schedule, a little meal prep. I know Berkeley gets a little expensive here and there, popping in those stores and stuff. So I'm gonna set up a little prep thing. I'm gonna take myself a little prep, be out there 11 to 6. I'm gonna try it out. We're gonna see how it goes over the summer. Maybe we'll do like a I'm
gonna get him on a meal plan this summer, and we're gonna see how it goes.
Hey, we're gonna do the real test, Mayor Fitness, and see if you can get me back into shape.
Mayor Fitness, real test. Let's do it.
Let's call it the Serva challenge.
The Serva challenge. I like that.
Oh, we're gonna start
that.
We're gonna do another one. Like for sure, we're gonna do another one at the end of the summer. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna follow his plan. Like, I'm gonna let him help me out. And you guys gonna see that his stuff actually works. Like the stuff he talks about in the blog, you guys gonna see like real results because we're gonna prove it to you. And the thing is, it's not just gonna be him though. Think about it, I'm gonna put in my part, because that's another thing you kind of get confused in fitness is like, just because people tell you to do this and that, they're not the ones dragging you to the gym or dragging you to eat this stuff. Like that's kind of like your willpower. Can you go to the gym at least for 30 hours, whatever you set it up? Can you meal prep and only stick to that meal prep and not go around and start buying hella food, snacks, stuff like that? So I do it all the time. I buy snacks late night, like we were last night, eating gummy worms, this and that, like hungry. I'll ask another question real quick. This is something I was thinking about. So for business, what was your first encounter in business? Now that we kind of got the fitness out there,
So my first encounter with business would be when I first started my personal training business. That's when I first took off and I first started making actual income. It was in college. I moved to San Francisco. I didn't have any clients at all. And I worked at a local gym, and I picked up a client and I would train them at the park. I invested in a resistance band and I invested in a yoga mat, and I had $40 and that's all I had to spend, and I made it happen. And I'm still with that client today 5 years later. And we still get together every Saturday morning. I skipped this Saturday morning. Sorry, Johnny. I didn't see you this Saturday morning. But we get together every Saturday morning and we train. And from that small investment, I've made thousands of dollars. And that was the very first move into entrepreneurship that I really committed to, and I made something grow. And then from there, like now I'm making $150 an hour for my top clients.
And you see, do you notice that he did say he started 5 years ago? So the thing is, it's like sometimes, in the startup community, you may get confused that like things are supposed to happen in like 3 months, a month or something, like even a year. Like
it's a grind.
Yeah, it's like it's the reason why it's the path less taken, because think of how long it takes, those long nights, those long work days, how much work he had to put in to set it up and make sure that he did the right thing for his clients before he actually bring it up to them. Even for us, we do media, right? Like we're not going to throw any garbage out there for you guys. We're going to make sure what we throw is good quality content for you guys, because that's what we want to provide. And we also want to give a great experience. How can we bring this media towards our audiences, right? And also we want to be as real as possible. We're not high above people that think that we're the best, right? Try to keep it humble, not try to fake what we're living. This is real lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, right now it's difficult for me as an entrepreneur to still get through the days, but 10 years from now, you don't know what's going to happen. I might be living a different lifestyle. This might be my whole office right here, just us. So that's the thing, like as he says, he's already done it for 5 years. I'm beginning my venture now, and he's just like already more experienced than me. That's why I like to talk to people and get more help from them and see what they do.
Yeah, it's you got to realize, guys, if you're going to become entrepreneurs like us, you have to network with other entrepreneurs in other industries. Yeah, it's great to connect with other people that are in fitness, because fitness is, at the end of the day, that's what I do. But I wanted to connect with ServaMedia because it puts me in a whole different bubble that I'm not used to, coming out of my comfort zone, doing things that I'm not used to. I'm not used to this right now, but I'm kind of liking it. I'm loving this right now.
It feels like it's like a nice conversation.
Yeah.
And then if people want to chime in, they do. But either way, you guys get experience, and maybe you guys have these questions and want to add something. You see what I'm saying? Like, I love that it's more real, it's authentic, it's that type of media that people want to see. We're creating our own network. Think about it. You don't gotta hop on CNN or no news to find this. We're right here on your Instagram feed, on your Facebook feed. Hopefully later we'll get onto Periscope, and like, you know, he's been doing Periscope for a while. So we're gonna try and get, we're just starting out, you know, it's the first one, we wanna see how it works. So far it's going great though.
So far, yeah.
So let's kind of shift towards talking a little bit about tech, right? So we'll both talk about technology, like what our interest in. First, let's start off with the interest. So for me, the reason why I got interested in technology was I was at the Caper Center last October. It was for Latinx and Tech Edition, right? I didn't really know what the term Latinx meant. You know, I didn't really know too much about technology other than I got a phone and a laptop, right? I went out there, I had an idea that I was like kind of preparing because I wanted to pitch this idea. It turned out great. It turned out to be, you know, one of the largest teams there. You know, I worked with great people. We made it happen. We kind of built it over a weekend. I don't know if you guys know, Startup Weekend is like a 3-day thing where you have like 54 hours to build something and present it and get judged on it. So, you know, we did all that. We went through the process. It was hectic. It was my first thing, my first event, technology event, any event that I've been to. And we won 3rd place, so it was a good outcome. I got great feedback. First time talking to people, like in front of people, but it happened to be like over 100 people. So my first time was actually kind of overwhelming because I was like, man, I didn't expect too much people there. So that's how I just got interested in it. So like that just began, like, you know, I started questioning, you know, oh, there's tech out there like Oakland, San Francisco, the Silicon Valley, like there's all these things happening, but I don't know about it. So that's kind of my interest. But we'll shift towards your interest, and we'll kind of go deeper into like what we're gonna do with technology.
So my interest in technology started when I moved to San Francisco. I was honestly never into technology, guys. I was more into fitness, and like that's all that matters to my life. Until I moved to San Francisco, which happens to be the giant, biggest tech bubble in the entire world. And from there, I was inspired to actually develop my own app, the Mayor of Fitness, and then I was inspired to become an entrepreneur, a digital entrepreneur. And tech pretty much like rules my life now. You know, I'm looking constantly for the next best thing, constantly what's gonna give me the edge. Because they used to say, 2 years ago, they used to say every 2 years, technology changes. I see technology change every day now. Like, you know, like it's every month there's something new. I walk down the street and it's like, oh, that's the new thing. Oh, okay, like that, you know, like literally every month there's something new. So it's inspired me to just become a better person, become better in my business, and it's expanded my business tremendously, you know, internationally at this point.
Yeah, because technology is pretty much how you communicate to people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's boosted up this thing since he started, right? Because it could have been business cards or meeting people, but then with technology, he has his Instagram. You know, he has people reach out, share all those posts.
I don't buy outbound marketing anymore. I haven't bought a business card in a long time. Just because everything I do is online. I definitely should buy some business cards and put my Snapchat on the back of it.
Yeah, it's not there.
But everything is through social media. Everything is through live streams, any kind of networks, you know. That's what we're in front of. We're in front of our phones all day.
Which is why, you know, ServaMedia, what we're trying to do is actually build an online presence and be able to provide the companies and actually do this type of work for them, because that's how we're going to get more known out there and get the company more known, because it's all about the branding. You know, people buy into the person, not the company. That's why I believe it, because like for me, it was like I could have started ServaMedia, right? And then like no one would have knew me, and I would have to like, you know, keep grinding, showing them the work. But I started building it in a different way. You know, how do I build myself as a personal brand? How do I get myself out there? How do I let people know that I bring that hard work? You know, I got that that humbleness that people love to see, that I'm not gonna change up, switch up because I'm a CEO or entrepreneur. Like I live every day like I do regularly. I talk to the same people. I, you know, still go to a community college. I'm just like every regular person, but I have big dreams, big aspirations, and I'm trying to reach them. But the difference with me and like a regular person is that I put the work in. You know, end of the night, I'm still grinding today, like till 8 a.m. working on something that I have to do. Planning this show for you guys. You know, I'm trying to get it bring more awareness, especially to my county, East Contra Costa County. It's just, there's nothing out there. There's literally, you know, my friend Neil, I want to give a shout out to the Apprentice program. You know, he let us come out here to visit SF today, but he came out and he came to see it himself. Like, there's nothing out there in Antioch for us, you know. It's literally like a place where, you know, small-minded people get together, don't know what's out there. You know, we're like an hour and a half away from SF, you know, all the technology that he talks about and sees every day. We don't see it as much. We may hear about it here and there on a Business Insider or a TechCrunch if you follow that stuff, but other than that, we're kind of like we don't have those resources handed to us, and it's even difficult for me to, well, if I want to do something in tech or business, I had to drive all the way or get out here, but who else is doing that? You know, out of the people I know, I don't see nobody that's coming out here for a half an hour of networking event or something, like that's literally coming on board, doing all the hustle to get there. Like, I do that because I really want to be out here in this atmosphere, but then I thought about it, you know, why not bring that atmosphere over there, you know, that ecosystem, start building it, getting people on board, trying to help you guys find out there's like more stuff out there to do. So that's how I started kind of like, you know, using the social media, the technology that's available to me to start getting it known to you guys. And that's how I met you, remember? Mm-hmm. He reached out to me through social media, you know, he was seeing that
goes down in the DM, guys. It really does.
He DM'd me and he asked me if I knew somebody, because we're actually working with my friend Jose. He's doing great motivational speaking too. Probably get him on the show one time, but yeah, he does it more through poetry, and he's got that authenticness to him, and really love that about him. So he's seen that picture, and that's one of your boys, right? And then who would ever know though, like, you know, our social medias happen to pass through and we meet each other. Mm-hmm. And he hit me up in the DM.
Just connecting like that, you know? And if you're looking to connect with somebody, or if you're like, go to their Instagram and you're like, damn, this person is dope, or this person's pictures are fire, or like, I really respect this person because I see what he does, right? So don't be afraid to reach out. That's what these tools are built for. That's what Facebook and Instagram is built for. It's built for us to connect and share our opinions and thoughts and collaborate on ideas and expand. And these are tools. It's like what you're looking at right now through your phone or through your tablet or through your computer is a tool to connect to us. So we're just bringing everybody together right now in that sort of kind of cool way.
Yeah. And imagine if there wasn't social media. Like, we would probably have to just do the regular video, put it out there through just YouTube if it was, but the live streaming goes crazy. Like, we're able to do this with you guys. For the people that are watching, you know, you guys get that, like, what's happening at the moment. You know, we'll put this up later on our YouTube pages and stuff like that, but it feels more authentic when you're actually watching a person. Like, you say something over the stream and we can answer. And that's the best part of this. So that type of stuff, what happens is that new type of technology that gets out there. But the thing I see is that people don't realize that this new technology can be used like a tool and it benefits you in so many ways. Like, you can literally build a personal brand like he has done in fitness because of his social media.
Yeah, a way that I've built my personal brand is like through my Instagram. I have 3 companies that like my pictures so much that they decided to send me free stuff in the mail. And then all I gotta do is take a picture of me wearing the stuff. I literally got a pair of $200 boots, leather boots, that came in the mail yesterday. Sutros, by the way. Shout out to Sutro, thank you guys.
Send me one too.
And they want me to post a campaign and run it on my Instagram.
Oh, you lucky. I need some boots. Look at my
Vitagene, I got a company, Vitagene, they test your DNA to check your genetic makeup. And I connected with the CEO through social media. And he's sending me stuff to advertise. I'm getting this stuff for free, guys, and I'm making money off of it just from posting pictures. Don't get me wrong, it sounds simple. It's a lot of fucking work. It's a lot of fucking work.
Exactly.
We work our asses off every day around the clock. You know, I'm not just a personal trainer. I'm a digital entrepreneur. I'm a blogger. It's like it's a lot of work, but the outcome, what you get out of it, is a lot greater. It's a lot greater.
People see the success, but they don't see the struggle because that's behind the scene work. You don't get to see it, but that's the great part of doing this live stream, even the stories, stuff like that. I try to bring people part of like, hey, shit, what's up? I try to bring I try to bring you through my phone, through what I'm working on, to be able to see that stuff, you know, what we're working on, the next project, you know, going out to the city for what reason, you know. Last time I live streamed was at the Samsung building, you know, bringing that type of stuff so you can see it. Other than that, you guys kind of don't know what's going on. You'll see like, you know, oh look, you know, Nilton's doing that great thing. He met, what's his name? He's at the Caper Center. He's with Neil and Mario, and you know, that's the thing. Like, you don't see what else is going on, and that's kind of why we want to talk about it, which is what kind of inspired the Ask Service show. You know, how do we kind of ask ourselves that question? Like sometimes I ask that stuff to myself. That, you know, how do I work? You know, it's all about reflection. That's what I think. And this kind of helps me and him to like kind of reflect on ourselves. We go back and think about that your first year when his client Johnny, how he started out. It brings those memories and like, man, we did come, you know, so far. And the thing is we still got so much to go. That's even the best part, because if this thing was to be like, oh, in 2 years I'm a success, I'm rich and I'm done, that's boring. I need something, I don't want that. I want something that like, I know that even when I'm 60, I'm over there helping someone on this type of grind, helping them, mentoring them, telling them like, this is what you do. Don't make the same mistake I did. And this is the technology we have. Look at what you guys, like I want to do that. Like, I need something that's going to keep me excited and moving every day. If not, it's just like, man, it's like a job. Like I'm going in, clocking out. I want to go home. Like if you don't love what you love, like what you're doing, like for me, my suggestion is don't do it. Find what you love to do. Because some people say, you know, oh, you don't find the passion, find the money. That's true happiness. And for me, it's like really, it is passion, because, you know, I've had money, I've lost it all, and I saw that, you know, I was either happy on both sides. I was happy broke, I was happy with money, I was sad broke, I was sad with money. It's like, but when I found out what I love to do, even if I'm broke, I got $5 or something, like whatever, I was doing what I love to do. Like I really like that. This entrepreneurial journey, it's like it's not going to end, you know, because you always have something to do. There's always work to be done, right? Am I right or wrong?
Always work to be done. If you love what you do. I was making really good money, personal training. I had to stop personal training to become a digital entrepreneur, which means my income went from here to about half. But that investment in that time, I'm going to bring it back up. It's not worth the money. This is what I want to do. This is what I love to do. Because when you love to do it, your passion is there, the money is going to come. It already came, and it can still come back at any time. Build. It just takes time. It takes time to build. It takes time to build your brand and discover what you truly love to do. You know, all that, it comes together.
To be honest, personal brand, his personal brand is growing every day. Personal brand is something like, it's just naturally with you, right? It's your personal brand. So building companies or building, you know, like his thing, like the fitness stuff, building in technology, whatever you're doing is building a brand. So don't get it wrong, like, oh, I want to build my brand, but like, how do I do it? It's not even that, like, you don't plan it out, you just work on yourself. Like, really, whatever you're doing, like in business and tech or fitness, or like our topics that we're talking about today, just work on doing something. Because people want to see that. People want to see progress. People don't want to see someone that's like, oh, they're doing the same thing and everyone else. Do something unique, because everyone has something unique about them. You know, they can do this, they can do that easily. Like, you know, like that type of stuff is what people want to see. They follow you, you know, build that personal brand, that company brand. Same thing, they're just different entities. And for me, like he said about focusing on, he had to take a cut, you know, in his pay, right? So like this weekend is my last weekend at my job. I put my 2-week notice. So I was like, I was getting cool money. I wasn't getting a lot of money. It's Costco. I work at Costco. I'm not trying to diss them or nothing, but it's just not my environment. Like doing the work, that type of work is like, I can't do it. Like it's great work, great pay. You know, they got benefits, but to be honest, I'd rather lose all that and focus on what I love to do. Like people were telling me like, oh, don't you care about having those benefits? Like, you know, you got that great insurance. I'm like, I go out with insurance. I don't need insurance right now for what? I'm doing good right now, you know. I don't need that stuff. So tomorrow's actually my last day. If y'all see me there, but that's the last time.
Please, he ain't gonna come back. He ain't gonna come back.
I ain't coming back, but it was great to work there. I'm telling you, it's just the experience. It's my first real job. I learned a lot from them. The thing, what I do want to thank them, you know, like for being there is like a lot of my ideas came in that parking lot. So I used to push cars, you know, push cars. I was inside doing stuff, and every time I had a chance where like I didn't have to do work, where it was like, you know, I had to think or talk to someone, I was out there just thinking, like, you know, what can I do? You know, that's why I was all summer really hot, just sweating out there, like, man, I really want to do what I love to do. I started going to those events. I started, you know, meeting people like Mario, and like, man, like, how would they do it? Like, you know, and I was like, you know, to me, it came to me like, if you want to be for me, like being a real entrepreneur is not just doing it part-time, right? Me, it's like full-time. Although people can argue, you know, like, oh yeah, you can do part-time, you can do your little side business and this and that. But for me, if you really, really, really want to be a successful entrepreneur, that's really what you want to do, I'll go full-time in anything I do. Because if I wanted to be the best Costco employee or reach management, I'd have been in there taking as much hours as I could, and I wouldn't even go to school. I'd be like, no, I gotta, or I would have got my AA and just focus on doing that. But I was like, you know what? It's not me.
I like how you put that, man. You gotta go in full time. You gotta go in all the way. Mm-hmm. There's no other way around it. It's like, oh, I kind of want to do this. I'm gonna do this. That's my favorite line. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
Never happens.
I plan to do that. That shit never happens, right? That's my favorite line. Oh yeah, Mario, I'm gonna start a brewing company. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this.
Like, I try to help people by like, don't do anything crazy. Break it down. Figure out a plan. Just like how we do it. You know, there's always a plan, a structure, or something.
Yeah, take your time. If you really want to get something started and get something beautiful, there's so many times where I'm just like, I can't work today. I'll text all my clients, and I'll be like, I'm sorry, something came up, I can't work. Because I need to focus on the longer scheme of things. I need to be alone, I need to be in my room, and I need to lay down these ideas. And then I need to execute, because you do not want to waste your time building a bunch of ideas and then execute. But a lot of it's just taking time for yourself. Take your time to reflect. And I honestly, personally like to do it by myself. There's a lot of people that like to go out and be around a bunch of people or get ideas from others. A lot of my ideas come from within, you know, and build from within. A lot of it comes from my partner too. My girlfriend, she inspires me to do a lot, you know. So finding someone else to network with, or someone really close to you that you could build off of and build from, a support system kind of in a way, definitely helps.
And it doesn't even have to be like he said, it doesn't have to be like a close partner like that. Like, you know, it could be like, that's why you have co-founders, you know, like a business partner.
Business partner, mentors, anything.
Friend, even if he's not in the business, but you need to talk to someone, right? Tell him about this stuff. Maybe you could be someone's mentor, little that you know that, like, just because you know a little bit more, you're helping him by telling him your stuff, and he's kind of gaining off of it, right? So like, you just need someone to talk to. For me, it's, you know, kind of like a little bit talking to my brothers, a little bit here. But I try to like do a lot of self-reflection myself, because I started off like that. You know, when I was like that, it was like self-mentoring. I was like, man, I need to do something. I need to change. I need to figure out what's my idea if I do want to be an entrepreneur. Like, that was a little, like he said, it's kind of like, I think everyone needs to do that, like self-reflection. Like, even just talking to themselves, like you just said, close yourself away from everything. Because a lot of people get caught up into the whole mix of like always having to be out there with people and the whole social media. Social media is a great tool, but don't let it run your life, because that's something else. You know, you don't want it to live on social media. Use it to advance like how people see you and perceive you, and actually start focusing on your actual life. Because then again, that's how some people can like go around, start taking pictures with important people and going to events. They're like promoters. They're like, hey, living this, and this, and then they go home to the same place. They're barely making enough and this and that, but they keep talking about like, you know, I'm living this dope lifestyle, and everyone believes it, because you don't really know, because you can't prove it. Because the real people that you'll see at the end be successful, not only will they have that social media where they can see it and everything, but they have more to it. They'll have something behind them, like his fitness page, or his actual, like, maybe he actually gets a store place right now, something like that. Or he gets some physical entity, like a company, something behind him. You see this stuff popping up, like, man, he got his own clothing brand. I see something that you're working on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I started developing my own clothing, you know? And that just came from just reflecting, just sitting there one day, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just make clothes. Like, like I was just like, why haven't I done this already? I have a logo built. It's a sexy ass logo. If you guys ever seen it, go,
check it out.
Check it out on the gram. But like, I just, self-reflecting.
He has something behind him from his idea, right? People that would say like, oh, I want to start my clothing, won't even do it. He took the idea and put it out there, and he's already developing it.
Yeah.
I just seen his picture of what he has, and it's simple, clean. It's, I know people are gonna want it because, like I said, they're buying it because of him. They're supporting him.
And let me tell you how I did it. Okay, let me tell you how I did it. Because a lot of you are like, damn, that's gonna be expensive to start my own clothing brand. Find something where you can leverage other things. I use my service as a form of currency, as I will train you and you do something for me. So the person that created my logo, right, I trained them for the logo, right? Instead of paying them cash directly, don't let me get you wrong, like they were already kind of my friends, so that means you have to make acquaintances with or meet somebody or collaborate with somebody that could design a logo. But from then, you have to give them value to receive value. So I gave them training, they built a logo for me. Boom, right there. I didn't spend one penny, right? After that, I took the logo, I found another person that makes t-shirts. I am his online trainer. So now I train the person that not just made my logo, but I train the person that is making me the t-shirts. Boom, I had t-shirts and logos made for my time. That's it. I didn't spend one penny. One penny at all.
And then the people that make excuses like, oh, you need capital, you need money for this and
I need
this.
capital, I need venture, I need seed money, I need all this stuff. You don't need that, you just need to put in the time. You need to meet the right people and make those connections. And if you could help them, if you could use a service like I do, like I change people's lives with my services. My friend Steven, that's making me the shirts he's 4 months into the program and he's fucking shredded, Like this dude's like,
y'all gonna see me, I'm gonna be like.
Like, so it's just, you give people value and you'll get it back in return. That's the whole point of it, You don't need a lot of money to get things started. You just need to put in the time and you need to make the relationships, and that's what counts the most, honestly.
Hey, perfectly said. You hear that key word, value. You have to bring value into others, right? If you're not bringing value to somebody, even if it's like that you value their work, that you're like, oh, I really want to learn from you, something, they're not going to care who you are. That's like same thing for me when I got out. I didn't bring value to nobody. I was just fresh out. I was a college student. I learned a little bit of stuff like before I met somebody or I went to an event. Like, okay, this is the event. These are the type of people here. If I know something similar to them, they're gonna want to talk to me. Like, oh, he knows. He shares what I know, right? That's how I brought my value, starting to meet people. Like, I can talk about that stuff. But then it caught my interest where I actually loved, learning about it. Like, I constantly was learning. Like, you know what? I know what he knows already. I can just talk to him. So then after that, I was building, like I said, build your network. Just keep meeting people, talking to them, telling them what you do. After that, it came to a thing where I didn't know that I have this skill that I'm really great at speaking. And people were like, here, you want to come speak here? Do you want to do this? I'm like, yes, I'll do that, right? Because I have this thing where I can just speak and understand people so well. It's like, I didn't know it until I started doing it. I was like, maybe my networking is just something that's just coming to me, right? But it's just like I can do it all the time. It's like nothing to me. And people notice it. People will notice the value that you bring. You don't even got to say like, oh, I speak well and I can talk to people and get them to be my best friend. You don't got to say that. They can tell by just the interaction who you are. It's like that vibe that you're bringing. Because if I was all closed up, you can tell. Like I would have been like, I would wait for him to ask me something. Like, yeah, I would have been kind of responding, really blind, not trying to be engaging to you guys. This hand gesture stuff is I feel like it's more better for me, right? So that's how I understand myself, and that's how people understand me. Because it's all about that. Because if you're closed, someone can tell you like you're really closed and you don't want to talk to them. Like, I ain't gonna talk to him. I don't want to be around him. I could have been replying to him like, yes, okay, let's meet up. Okay, where? Like I was like, hey bro, what's up? Get on the phone call, let's do it. Like I like to talk. Like that's how you do it. You gotta network it. You'll find someone like him, and then, like he said, you leverage off each other.
Yeah, you build off of each other. And it's just like, and when you get the opportunity and when you get that connection, it's no bullshit. When I met Nilton, he was about it 100%. Like I was like, hey man, I like what you're about. I read your story. I want to connect. And he gave me the opportunity to be on his very first episode. Much respect for that. Thank you. So it's about making those connections, but then you got to back it up and put some value to it too. You know, you can't come with no bullshit, and you gotta really be about it. You know, you gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. You gotta bring value to get value back. Enough said.
It's funny because when he hit me up, I was like, I had the ASKSERVA show, like someone sent me, like, you know, I was kind of planning it out, and like, you know, I'm gonna do a big coming to it, everything. And he hit me up and he's like, you know, yo, like, let's connect. Like, he said, let's collaborate something. I'm telling you, he came on like the right time. If he didn't send me that DM, I would have probably found someone, like, you know, like, hey, let's do it. Like, you know, I wouldn't know what I would have done. I would have got someone still. I would have got, my plan was to get it done before the end of this month, right? But like, just him DMing me saying, let's collab. It's like, ding, I found my person. I was like, I love what he's doing, his training and everything. He came and reached out to me, and I reached back to him. Like, 'cause some people don't think that you're so high that you don't have to reply to people. So I hate that type of stuff. Like, I reach out to people, they say, you know, talk to me, reach out to me, you know, I'll mentor you or this and this, and I reach out and it's like nothing. I'm not like that. If you reach out to me, anyone here that's, you know, watching, you're like, I loved it, I watched the ASKSERVA show, and I want to ask you a question. You think you can? I'm not gonna put it off. I'm gonna really go and engage with you. That's the thing, like, drive engagement. I did that. That's how I connected with him. If not, I would have seen his page like, oh, like, you know, I don't know, like, I'm really into fitness, and I don't want to collaborate on someone that's not business. I didn't know he did business with technology until we talked. See, I didn't know that. So you can't judge a book by its cover. Like, oh, all I see is fitness stuff, and I'm like, I'm into that business atmosphere, technology. I'm not worried about my fitness right now. So that's why I'm telling you, it's all about, like, really kind of like, don't put things off. Engage with people, network, build it, bring value into. See these key things that we're trying to bring to you, and it's like we don't even have to like the questions will always move the conversation. But the things is like, it's the main thing. It's like the main principles. Like, this is what it comes down to in business. This is what it comes down to in fitness, technology. Like, there's these core concepts that you must know in order to start discussing it with people like us. Because then after that, you can always jump into a discussion once you know the basics. Because if not, like, people do kind of feel awkward, like, if they were to sit here and they know nothing, and you're like, you know, you can't jump into convo. But me, how I jump into convo is like, how do you do that? I'll throw questions out there. That's why this whole kind of ask thing kind of came to me, like, how did I start getting to meet people like you, bro? Like, how did I do it? I was jumping into these little circles at events, like, hey, what's your name? What do you do? Oh, how do you do that? And like, it'd be like, even basically like, oh, we run a C Corp, da corp. Like, I'm like, what's a C Corp? And boom, start learning. Just little things like that, guys.
And learning. That's what he says. You bump into something, and you learn it. You build off of it, whether it's small, whether it's little. It doesn't matter if somebody's younger than you. This cat right here is younger than me, and I'm already learning off of him. You know, you learn value. It's the value. That's what you. Everybody has something you can learn off. Everyone has some kind of value you could bring from their life and then bring it into your own. That's kind of how I do it with personal training. I train about 22 different clients, and every single one of those clients works in a different industry, right? And I work with them one-on-one. It's a very personal thing, you know? And every single one of my clients brings a different kind of value into my business. I work with a woman that does branding, a person that does my t-shirts, a person that does my logo. I work with a couple of venture capitalists. They, you know, teach me like how to ask for money. I have another person that does finance. You know, he's helped me with my taxes. You know, I run my own business. Taxes isn't easy, like, you know. So all these different people in your lives. It doesn't mean you're someone that's your client. It could be like your next neighbor. It could be your mom. Just find those connections and then bring a value into your life, you know. And that's how you make stuff happen. And you don't got to spend one penny.
Exactly.
You don't got to spend one penny. You just got to put the time in.
Outsource. Even if it's like him, like he outsourced different people's strengths. For me, outsourcing was actually insourcing. Like, I was like, I don't know nobody that does logos and all that stuff. I was like, let me get the program and just teach myself real quick and actually do it. It's not the best work. I probably think that, you know, my logo could have been done better. You know, it's not that, you know, check it out. Like, I did it all myself. Like
I like it.
like think
Go
about
ahead.
it.
You did this yourself?
Yeah, everything.
That's good, man.
I taught myself. It was like I think for Illustrator, I think I was on it for 5 hours to learn how to use everything. The thing is, I didn't watch no video. Let me tell you that. I didn't watch no video. I did a thing that a lot of people need to learn. Click something. If it like doesn't work, fails, messes up the design, I learned from it and knew what the button did. That's how I learned. Like trial and error. I was like, okay, this button does that. I was just doing that for like 5 hours. On every app, I spent about 5 hours. Learned the basic functionality of Photoshop, Illustrator, videos. Because I was like, how do I get someone to put my message out there? I got a camera, but who's gonna do my video editing? And I looked up, people charge money for video editing, right?
You're like, I'm gonna have to do my video.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna pay that much, right? I learned how to do it.
Learn how to do it.
Yeah, learn how to put my little things in there, added the little things, learn how to upload it. You know, I messed up on some, like as you can see on my Facebook, on my YouTube page, it's like a shitty video and it gets better and better every time. It's like, that's how you know someone learned, because I was using Final Cut Pro and I came to Adobe, right? And it's like I learned so much, you can see it, that's just like a life. You'll see me, I'll take a picture right now, and I'll take a picture 10 years, or in between. You're gonna see like, wow, he's getting better at what he's doing. His speakings are getting better as he goes. You know, he's learning more and more every day. You gotta see the progress. There's no progress. I mean, for me, it's like, you know, how did you get from being broke to successful millionaire entrepreneur? Like, I like to see the in-between. Because that's where I'm gonna learn. I'm not gonna learn like from just you seeing you get there, because it's like so fast it happened, I don't even know. That's why I try to bring it onto you and show you people like him that are still grinding. We're both still grinding. We're not like huge successes yet. We're not on Forbes or nothing like that, but you never know. That's the thing. That's like, it's a probability, you know, things can happen. And showing that real stuff, the things that happen in between, you know, my life and things that have happened, I can share with you and show people. I like it. I like doing it. It just brings me more satisfaction in my life that I went through so much, to say like, oh man, I struggled all my life, but it was a beautiful struggle, and I'm here now. Because you don't want to say, you know, I struggled all my life and I'm still struggling. You see the difference? One sounds like, okay, like he struggled and everything. I respect that, you know, he had these things handed down to him. He was unfortunate to come from a low-income family, but he didn't do nothing. The other one is like, man, he went through hell and back, but he made it. Whatever it was, he did whatever it took to get. That's more of a story I want to hear and hear from others and stuff like that. You want to show people. You want to be an example. So a lot of what we talk about is, you know, the questions is like business, fitness, technology, right? It's just to encourage others, bring awareness to the topics, show that anything is possible. You know, that type of stuff that once people start bringing into their lives, like, you know what? I really love my idea. I thought I had to go towards being an art major or a drama major, but no, I have to actually create a business into it to expand it. We just want to bring that, right? We just want to show people like anything's possible, because business is like an outlet. It's a way to guide your idea.
Yeah, you got an idea, do it. I had an idea, and I did it, and I'm still doing it, and I'm gonna fucking keep doing it until I get another idea, and then I'm gonna do that one. You feel me? So it's just like, you know, execution, and at the end of the day, you know, do what you love to do, too. Yep. Always.
So I don't know, did you guys check if there's any questions on any of them? Maybe we could do last, you know, see what cues they are. If not, we'll come to a conclusion and end it off.
To bring it to see Nilton, Teresa, Brandy, someone just said y'all got good food. Y'all got good food.
Hell yeah, we got good food.
Why? Why 07?
Oh, like probably on a food that you recommend. I don't know.
Oh, well, I mean, like, probably some food that I recommend. Okay, we can talk about that a little bit. Food that I recommend, so carbs, proteins, and fats, okay? You could also go to my YouTube channel at Mayor Fitness if you want to see all this stuff too. But carbs, proteins, and fats. What helped me like through college was brown rice. Brown rice has lots of fiber. It doesn't taste as good as white rice, but it's a complex carbohydrate, which means your body will break it down a lot faster and won't get stored as sugar, and then with sugar turns into fat. Protein, I would probably recommend some kind of ground turkey or fish or eggs. Try trying to stay away from the saturated fats because if you're watching what you eat, you're probably trying to lose weight. And then fats, protein. Fats would be peanut butter and maybe a little bit of olive oil too. So carbs, proteins, and fats. You got to have all of them together. So that's some foods I would definitely recommend for you. Again, if you have any questions, you can go to my YouTube channel at Mayor Fitness, and I have some pretty good videos I upload once a week.
Is there any more questions? No, I got one.
Well, I got questions.
Check
on
his
mine.
too.
I got questions on mine, so let me step in here. So, you guys know, obviously, what I'm involved, tech, years, these are part of the ASKSERVA show. So, for digitally? Alright, no, let me just do it. I like doing it live. I'm more of an immersed person. One of my followers asked, like, emerging tech as far as both fitness and then media. You guys know I work a lot with, startups throughout the Bay Area, especially in Latin America. So, what do you guys see as far as emerging tech? Like for your industries, because obviously tech is evolving. As one of the questions was emerging tech in each industry that you guys speak of.
In emerging technology, in my industry, the media industry would be like AR, VR, right? So think about it. I don't know, let me just make sure so people that don't know what AR, VR is. It's augmented reality and virtual reality, right? So it's like the things that you see with the goggles is VR, and the augmented is actually without the goggles and seeing it right here. So with media, how do you put yourself to capture media in those type of technologies? So how can we capture VR media? That's a big thing for mine, is because people do media and they only want to capture, in the regular form of 2D, right? But VR and AR is past that. It's 3D, three-dimensional. How do we capture that? I know it's going to require a lot of capital in the future, but the thing is to build revenue with the media company and actually start gaining off like exposure and the things that we can do for big companies. And then as soon as the technology gets cheaper and even the technology starts growing, I know for a fact everyone in this media is going to have to adapt to those new emerging technologies, and I'll be able to jump the gun because I can do it because we have more revenue to back. So we'll have a bigger team, we'll have more office space. The plan is to start now and not wait for those emerging technologies to happen. Then I can get into it because it'll be more difficult. That's why I'm more of a act fast. If there's something that I'm gonna fail at it soon, react, and then start building off of that so I can start getting into the technology. Because I love tech, I want to go towards it, and that's where I want to end up.
Perfect. Yeah. I work with a lot of companies all over that do AR and VR. Just letting some of your viewers know that what that is. The future of immersing yourself in different realities and bringing realities to you. So it's a big industry in the future, and I would love to see what are your thoughts on as far as fitness.
As far as fitness and like AR, VR, Mayor Fitness, VR, fitness. Workout program developing, in the near future. That's where things are going, if things are going towards VR. And that's funny because you asked that, because I asked the same exact question to somebody that develops VR.
Right.
Just last week. Right. And I was just imagining, because if you guys ever use the Snapchat glasses, those things are fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, you have it.
And I use the Snapchat glasses all the time. That's gonna be the next VR, baby. Through the eyes of the Mayor of Fitness, right? Through the eyes. I am training. I am Mayor of Fitness. I'm training, and it's virtual reality. It's AR. It's VR. So that's how I see things going. You can train with the Mayor of Fitness. You can train with the best bodybuilders in the world in your own home gym. So they're gonna make this. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be a beautiful thing too as well. And I can't wait till these things develop. Because as long as we are, and we're gonna keep going, we're gonna develop with it.
Right. So perfect. Yeah, obviously, that's where it's going. It's big. You're talking about, man, it's a big market in it.
Huge. You're gonna see the Mayor of Fitness in your room, and you'll be like, "Let's do it. Let's work out."
See, as far as my viewers, they know that I'm really about the Latinx movement, empowering Latinos. Whether it's entrepreneurship, business, healthcare. For me, my thing is making sure that Latinos as a whole generation, we grow up and we surpass our challenges. You know, so it's good to be involved in this type of atmosphere. You know, we have fitness, man, we have media, we have so many industries, you know, and the thing is, right here, what we're doing right now, man, this is just like beta testing, just like a starter, man. We're trying to see how things work, how people like the show, how this and that.
How we can make it better.
How we can make it better.
Imagine episode 10.
Yeah,
Right?
you know, and I imagine episode 100, you know?
That, yeah.
Lights, everything. Go ahead, 3D
you know?
graphics, like.
Hey, let's get in the crew up in here, man. We want to give some recognition.
Yeah,
you know,
we're close to ending off.
Come on, everyone. Let's, you know, we don't follow scripts here, okay? We just make this thing real. This is live and real, man. We have, you know, my brother, both my brothers right here, man.
We got the camera guy, videographer,
the mayor of fitness.
Mayor of fitness, baby.
And
we got Detox in the building. Hey, author. Hey, he's gonna co-author my first book. So just know that, you know, I'm trying to inspire and help him, like, you know, whatever I can. He's trying to inspire me, whatever in writing. But yeah, he does all the the blogging. He loves writing. His book is gonna come out soon. So when it does, I'm gonna help him promote it and do all the stuff, the media. And he's also gonna, in return, help me do my first book. So D Thomas, bro, I'm telling you, coming out. We don't know if we're gonna call it or nothing yet, but
man, give us a little preview just before we cut out. What is it about? You know, 1 minute.
It's a creative book. It's a fantasy book because I'm all about black creatives. Because a lot of people think I write nonfiction. I actually write fiction, and a lot of people don't know. Like there are not a lot of avenues for people of color that want to be creative and create creative content. Not just, even though I like nonfiction, but I'm a fiction writer, and so I want to create a channel for people of color to, you know, be creative and be writers.
it's the vision.
There we go, man. That's perfect. That's what it's all about, man. We out here just making things happen out of nothing.
So just to show you guys, these two people that I've met, you know, online and got connected to people, email, that now I'm actually building real relationships. So when I hear people say that social media and online communities, that stuff actually hurts people, but do you not see that I've built two great relationships with these two amazing people, and we're working on something together with all of us. So it's really amazing what you can do with social media and the technologies out there. And it's not just a thing where people say it's all bad, because although there is good. So just want to recognize him for doing that, you know, actually working on everything.
16.
Yeah.
1989.
Well, I think that's probably going to be the end of it. The ASKSERVA show. Make sure you hashtag that.
Questions. Put questions for next time.
For next time.
It doesn't matter.
We'll have something new for you on the next episode.
The first show. This is the first show, so we didn't really want to prepare any questions because we wanted people to check it out, to really see that there's some questions that you guys can start throwing out there. Because some people may be shy to ask it right now, or whatever the reason is. Ask it later on our channels. We'll put it on our YouTubes. We'll show you guys the whole video. Message us questions if you want it more personal. Whatever it is, let us know. If it's personal questions, we'll answer in the DMs. If it's the ones that you want to be seen on the show and get recognized, like we got Bob that asked this, you know, we can do that type of stuff. You know, we like to promote other people's questions and the movement that we're trying to bring. So the ASKSERVA show is just the beginning. So we're gonna end it off from here. I hope everyone got some great content from this. I love everyone that's watching the questions. So peace out.
Peace out, guys.
Done.
Thanks for being with everybody.
Man, that was great, man.